welcome to Tootie Talk. Since I came in a little early, so I can do a microphone check and see if y'all can hear me. Okay, it sounds good. I think everything's good because it's buffering on my end. That's why I said StreamYard count y'all days. Okay, y'all be over here messing up. All right, I think it should be fine. Can you hear me? Is it coming in better than before? Should I do a check of how it sounds with this mic and without it? I forgot my doggone tea. Okay. All right. Sounds good. And it's 5 o'clock on the dot, so I can go ahead and get started, y'all. I don't have to play the intro song again. Now, if y'all was here yesterday, last night, I tried to do a 8 o'clock live, baby, and StreamYard act a whole fool. Uh-oh. Y'all hear the echo, my bad. StreamYard act a whole fool. It kept cutting out and everything. So first I'm gonna just go over the first two stories, the last stories that I covered yesterday, which was about, let me add this to, I don't even remember this, like Kelli Bryant is her name. She's I think she's 34 years old, out in Detroit. Thank you. Out in Detroit. Now she's the one, if you've been seeing on TikTok and news stories about a lady who abandoned her kids for years. This lady had 4 kids, and she initially, and this was during 2020, she had 4 kids. She was living in a townhouse in Detroit. She took the last child, and she just left the house, and that child she gave to the daddy. The other 3 had the same daddy, but the daddy was incarcerated. She moves, and the last, they estimating, they don't even know really when she moved, so they estimating she left sometime between the spring of 2020 and 2021, and they're estimating the kids been living there by themselves for a good 4 or 5 years. When they say it was filthy, that they had to have somebody, and they had to hire a cleanup crew in hazmat suits to come in to clean the house up. She ends up, the police came because her landlord had said, the police came to do a welfare check. The landlord said that he haven't heard from her since December, and she haven't paid rent since October. So when they came in to do a welfare check, the kids was hiding, and they just thought nobody was living there because it was uninhabitable. Like it was feces everywhere, like coming out the toilet. The kids was pooping in the tub because the toilet haven't worked for years. They was pooping in the tub. Poop was all on the walls, all on the floor. They said the trash was piled up at least 4 foot of trash. And if you go look at this news story, you'll see they had to actually bring in a garbage truck to clean out the townhouse. That's how filthy and nasty that it was. Then they said it was a 1 15-year-old boy, two girls who was 13 and 12, and they did not leave the house. And I was like, that mama must have them kids terrified to have a 15, 13, 12-year-old who don't leave once you gone for years and they see you haven't came back. Now, the story goes that she didn't even contact the girls. That the boy was the only one who had contact with her, and he would contact her, when they get low on food, and she would like Instacart. Like it looks like it was pretty much Domino's because there was tons of Domino's pizza box. And then they said towards the end, she would bring a loaf of bread and put it on the steps, and they would have to live off that bread and share that loaf of bread food. That they said this happened in 2020. When she first left, she brought them some like um, and some wipes to clean up the house, and she never brought anything else in the next 4 to 5 years that they was there by themselves. So they said when they went and got the kids, the girls was hiding in, I think, the bathroom. The boy was hiding somewhere else. And as I said, the girls were sleeping on pizza box. The boy had, they said, somewhat of a mattress. Now, as I was saying, he contacted the mom. He's the only one who had contact with the mom. And they said he went outside twice in them last 4 to 5 years since the mom left. And he said he went out one time because he just wanted to feel the grass. And then the other time he went out to like get mail or something like that. And so um once they got the kids, that they was like it took the kids to the hospital, that the kids struggled doing just basic things like flushing the toilet or brushing their teeth because they haven't done it in so long. But then I had to think about it like, wait, they 15, 12, and 13. But she left 4 to 5 years ago, which means the oldest was only 10 years old. The boy, the 15-year-old, was only 10 years old, maybe 11, because they're thinking it was around 5 years. So he was 10, 11. So the 13, 11, 10, that 8 was 8 and 7. So she left a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 7-year-old. So yes, they don't know basic things of how to take care of themselves. And I'm like, how's it feces everywhere? Because she left a bunch of little kids. They're preteens and teenagers now, but at that time, bunch of kids that she left. Then come and find out when I was I didn't report on this. I didn't say this yesterday, but I seen it today where they talked to one of her neighbors, because the what's his name, Vinny, is on the YouTube, the Law Court. I want to say is the name of the YouTube channel, but it's almost like another 48. They cover all types of like criminal cases where they go and investigate everything. But one of the neighbors said that they was asking where was the mom? If the mom wasn't here, where was the mom? One of the addresses, they had two addresses, but one of the addresses was literally 6 minutes away from where her kids was at. This trifling heifer was 6 minutes away from where her kids was at and had them living like that. Then they said that she would actually play with the other kids in the neighborhood. I said the audacity. At this point, I got to call in Snoop Dogg.
Funky dog head bitch.
Because that was ridiculous. I don't even see how you could do that to any kid, let alone your own. Now, the question also was where what was the dad? The dad of these three, I told you she had four. One she sent to live with the father. These other three had the same dad, and the dad was incarcerated. Now, the dad did, when he got out, filed for paperwork and everything to see his kids. And he was granted custody, not custody, he was granted permission to see the kids, but she never would let him see the kids. And also her other family members, because the kids are now in care of family members. But the family members said anytime they would ask for the kids, she would say they at the babysitter, like nobody seen the kids. I guess they would see her, but nobody seen the kids, and she would just lie about where the kids was at. My question came up. Well, even at that age, they should have been in school. Nobody came for like I know out here where I live at. You miss your kid miss a certain amount of days. That truancy officer is coming knocking. Okay, but they said what she did was because Maggie she left around Corona. So after that was e-learning, so everything was online. They said she withdrew the kids out of one school, contacted the other school to say, she's finna enroll her kids. So that school she withdrew the kids from end up getting paperwork from this school saying, transcripts. They need the transcript paper. So they sent the paperwork over to the new school. The kids never went to the new school. And since they wasn't enrolled in the old school, they're not finna, it's not like they missing school. And so because they never started with the first school, they didn't miss school there either, technically for the first school. So this was so bad that now the city that they live in is trying to make a new ordinance, a new law that would catch that you will have to enroll your kid in that school, and your kid would physically have to go to that school before this other school like release anything or something like that. So they, because of how gross this was, they making the whole thing a whole law for this little trifling girl. And then I said in her mud shot, she's looked like she laughing, like she looked like you smiling. You don't look sad to me, but yeah, I don't understand people like that because
It's you to make it hard for women like me.
okay. Now let's move on. I also covered Gene Hackman, who passed. They found him. Now, this story is a little odd because they found him, his wife, and one of the dogs, because they had more than one dog. So if I'm not mistaken, they had a total of 3 dogs. One of the dogs was found dead with them. They found him, his wife, and a dog dead inside his house. And it said that they looked like they've been there for a while. And he was 90 something, and the wife was only 60 something. And when you looked, Gene was married before where he had kids. And when you look at the kids' age, some of his kids is actually older than his wife. But hey, but him and his wife been together for a long time. I want to say around 30 years that they've been together. The police and everything, they said they're not expecting, they don't think it's foul play because there wasn't blood, there's no gunshots, there's nothing like that. They had the gas company to come out to check for leaks, and they're checking for carbon monoxide poisoning, but they said that would be difficult because some of that stuff don't won't show up on the autopsy. So, and the daughter gave a statement that that's what they more leaning towards, because even though her father was in his 90s, she said he was, the last time she seen him and talked to him, he was healthy. So that's what they are assuming happened. But the thing is, like I said, it's odd because they was found in separate rooms. And he was found in what they call the mud room. I think she was found by the bathroom, and the dog was found by her. It did, but there was also another dog inside the house that was alive, and there was a dog on the outside the house that was alive. And they said they are perfectly healthy. Nothing was wrong with those dogs. So I was like, this is odd. But yeah, that's what happened with that story. Also, I'm gonna go to Michelle, and I forgot her last name. Oh, Trachtenberg is her last name. She's 38. I remember her mostly from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Y'all know she was done, Buffy's sister, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now let me go to these 7. Hey, Texas. Yeah, Jean died. This wasn't yesterday. I reported on it yesterday. I want to say maybe Wednesday that they found him. They said it looks like they was deceased for a while. And oh, I didn't say this, but they said that, once he retired from Hollywood, he wasn't really coming out. So it was a rare occasion. The neighbor said it was a rare occasion that they even seen him. So, and his daughter said it'd been, I want to say, a couple of months since she talked to him. So of course they had to do the autopsy to find out when exactly that he passed. But the police did say it looks like he'd been there for a while, that they had been passed for a while. Now, Oh, Michelle. Michelle was from, I know her from Buffy. I was a big Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. A lot of people know her from Gossip Girls. I didn't watch that, but she was a character. She played in that. And younger, she started young, and she was in Harriet the Spy. And she was only 39 years old. Her mom, which is tragic, because her mom is the one who found her. I don't know if I have anything on her. Let's see. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not gonna be on here long tonight, y'all. It's Friday. How did y'all week go? What y'all doing on this Friday? Because you know, I'm gonna enjoy this Friday. It felt like this week went long. I haven't even covered any of the let them cook news. That's what I call my section. That when I talk about all the shit that Trump done did lately. I haven't even did that in like 2 weeks. He do so much, it's hard to keep up. That's like a full-time job to try to keep up with the politics nowadays. Okay. Gossip Girl Harriet the Spy, and she recently went through a liver transplant. I don't know if I have talked about this, but my mom had a liver transplant. She passed at 44, and it was end up being for the liver rejection. So they said hers had she had only had a year. It been within the year that she had the liver transplant. But let me just read the article. Michelle, the former child star, known known for a wide range of TVs and film, including Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Gossip Girls, died at the age of 39. Michelle was found by her mother around 8 a.m. Wednesday, 1 Columbus Place, a 51-story luxury apartment in Manhattan Central Park. The actress underwent a liver transplant within the last year, but her body may have rejected the organ, according to the source, who said she died of natural causes. NYPD confirmed Michelle was found unconscious and unresponsive by police and pronounced dead by EMS workers. They responded to the building after a 911 call reporting a woman experienced cardiac arrest. Her death is not deemed suspicious, and the city examiner will determine the cause, cop says. Yeah, but I'm like, I feel bad about anytime that a parent loses it's always a, a hard thing, but one can y'all hear me now? I had to leave out and come back in because it was freezing. Okay. All right. Sounds like I'm back on. I had to leave, and this was like it did it constantly yesterday. So like I said, I'm gonna try a new one. I'm gonna try a new software program to stream and see if that's gonna be any better. Cause y'all, let's talk about P Diddy. So I seen that P Diddy mother is now getting sued. If y'all didn't follow the P Diddy case, y'all know that P Diddy allegedly became got his shares of bad boys because he pretty much went in there and strong armed the man who the CEO of Bad Boys at the time. So he claims that P Diddy went in and with a bat and made him it ain't funny. It made him sign over his shares, right? Okay, good. Made him sign over his shares, and that's how P Diddy ended up became the president of Bad Boys. Now, he did go through a lawsuit and tried to sue P Diddy for like 20 million or something like that. He ended up losing the lawsuit strictly because it was past the time limit that he could sue. P Diddy had passed, so he ended up losing the lawsuit. So now he just filed the lawsuit with P Diddy's mom on P Diddy's mom. Let me see. I didn't pull it up, but he filed the lawsuit with P Diddy's mom, and he's claiming in the lawsuit that up until I want to say 2021, 2022, he was still in contact with P Diddy's mom because all this time he thought that P Diddy had did, was this like cruel person and the mom, because him and the mom was close. And he said there was times where P Diddy was beating his mama up, and he had to come in to rescue his mama from P Diddy. That P Diddy was beating up his own mama, and the man, would have to come in and rescue the mom. So him and his mom had this kinship to one another because he was like kind of everybody knew how crazy P Diddy was and violent P Diddy was, and so he still and he's saying, come to find out, this whole time it was the mom who like was underhandedly like knew what P Diddy was doing, and she knew the mom knew that the P Diddy was had like it was the mom plan. Like P Diddy carried it out, but the mom had something to do with it. And if I'm not mistaken, he is alleging that the stocks went in the mom name and not in P Diddy name. And he's bringing this lawsuit now, even though the he couldn't sue P Diddy. He said because he is just now finding out this information, and that's why he's trying to file it now and hoping that his statute of limitation haven't ran out because he just not finding out this information. And like I said, he's alleging that in 2021, 2022, that the P Diddy documentary, he worked with the mom and helped her get this documentary together because he still thought this whole time that it was P Diddy, and come to find out it was her. Now, if you read my description, it's buffering again. Yeah. Well, I still see it. So if you read my description, you will see that. You know what else I'm gonna try to do? I'm gonna try to connect the internet directly to the computer because it could be the problem with the Wi-Fi. That could be the issue. But I'm gonna see. So I'm gonna try to pull it up, but I'm having connection issues, y'all. But I'm gonna try to pull it up. The video of this guy who's a longtime P Diddy fan, that P Diddy friend, not fan, P Diddy friend since like childhood. Now, he alleges that P Diddy mom is the original freak off. She's the one who started that freak off. He said that younger, you would walk in the house and there was nothing to walk in the room or walk in the house and see people get getting it in. Do you hear me? Getting it in. What Pop say? Bang, 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 bang. Getting it in. So I said, wait, that sounds like the that's where he got it from. I'm gonna see. This Mills make it make sense is he reads the whole lawsuit, but I want to see if I think this is where I seen the video at of the guy talking about his childhood with P Diddy and walking in, and the mom would throw all these parties, and there was nothing to walk in and see people getting it in at these parties. So it sounded like she was the original freak off queen to me. Hey, let me cut it down. I can't find it, but y'all could look up Mims. He covers the whole lawsuit, and let's see. I wonder if I just put it in there, will it come up? Let's see. Let's see. Give me a minute. If I don't find it, then I'm just gonna keep going. Okay. Oh, he watched it from Law and Order. Okay. All right, let me show y'all this, and this is gonna be real quick. Show y'all this. This is Law and Crime YouTube, but it's from Mim's page. Mims go through the whole lawsuit. Y'all could go on his page and watch that. But this is just he's showing a take from the Law of Crime. What is the name of it? Y'all see it.
It's not weird on its face. I just think that anytime that it's involving Diddy, you start to question things. Then more recently,
Law and Crime.
there was this guy who came out and he was in and around Diddy's house from when they were young. He claimed that the mom was basically, well, y'all let you hear what he said.
Patterson, a childhood friend of Diddy, made the shocking claim in the latest Peacock documentary, Diddy, the Making of a Bad Boy. He said, I've always been asked the question why. I don't know the answer to why, but I truly believe it goes back to childhood. Well, the 55-year-old appeared to not have the most idyllic white picket fence childhood. He grew up in Mount Vernon, New York, after his mom moved their family there after his father, Melvin Combs, was murdered in '72. Melvin was known to run around with drug kingpins such as Nicky Barnes and Frank Lucas. And according to Patterson, while Diddy played Little League, made the football team, and ironically was an altar boy, he was still bullied as a kid. Patterson claims that there was always things going on at Diddy's home, like Janice throwing wild parties. He said a younger Diddy was exposed to a lot, like all types of alcohol, reefer smoke, drug addicts were around. He was around pimps and pushers.
Now, if y'all watch Housewives of Atlanta, you'll know Mama Joyce was always talking about your daddy, your mama was a hoe and your daddy was a pimp. Now, I'm not saying that Janice was, but this man is alleging that there was wild parties with alcohol, drugs, and pimps and hoes. I don't know how else to say it. So
Patterson says that was just who was in our house. People that attended the parties were from Harlem, from the streets. It wouldn't be a thing to mistakenly walk into one of the bedrooms and you got a couple in there butt naked. Sound familiar? Well, Patterson added, that's what we were privy to. This is what we were fed. Was it desensitizing us? I'm sure it was. Were we aware of it? No, that was just Saturday night. Well, it seems.
So yeah, I just wanted y'all to hear that part to say I'm not making this up about Janice. Janice was over there throwing on wild parties and it seemed like she was the original freak off, and just P Diddy just picked up where she left off at. That's what it seems like. That's according to the men. I didn't watch the P. Did any of y'all watch that Peacock documentary of the whatever P Diddy destroying a P Diddy, surviving P Diddy? I don't know the name of it, but they said that came from a P Diddy documentary that man there. So yeah, that was that on that. So now P Diddy mama is getting sued. She over there, but right here the picture with the glasses and that she's 84. That was a recent picture of her at court with P Diddy. I said she looked nice for an 84-year-old, but she might be in court with her son next. I wonder if victims finna start coming out the closet with what she done did because ain't nobody safe, baby. Now, I wonder if I could. Now, y'all know they had the Chris Brown challenge. Now, Latasha little lying ass, baby. Latasha is the Latasha is the member of Xscape, and she was alleged to her husband to have stole her sister Tamika money, right? And so she redid Chris Brown residuals, the Chris Brown challenge where she did residuals. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I should have had it pulled up, but this thing been acting crazy. And then she gonna in the song to me in the song, Tasha goes and act like she says something about her getting kicked out of Xscape and her sister need to talk about the residuals, and to me she said mentioned something about Rocky and having it's alleged that he's to have a baby on the way, and the 30 years of marriage is gone, and I'm looking like, okay, wait, let me see. I think I got it. If y'all haven't heard it already, hopefully y'all can hear it because it's still buffering. Maybe I could just if I could just play it from my phone. I wanted y'all to hear it. Okay, I got it pulled up on Instagram because it's on her Instagram that she did it. But Instagram be having a problem with y'all hearing the volume on stuff. Yeah.
Took
Y'all hear
some
that?
time away, I had to sit and face it. Who can I run to? Feels like nobody lately. Reading through them comments, they say he having a baby. I don't know who's lying. Maybe I was blind. And of course I miss my sister. This a crazy feeling. But y'all know family shit be needing time for healing. Even in a marriage, ain't nobody perfect. But we've been split 2 years, and my heart is hurting. Gotta build me up, build me up. 30 years just washed away. It took some time, took some years for me to escape this pain. Had to move. Losing everything was rough. Talking family, marriage, my blood. Had to move. Had to give up on love. I gave up on love. Losing my sister was insane. Kicked out of my group and it's insane. Everybody in the media was tearing me down, down, down. I'm only human. Sis, you've got my word. We gon' have some words about the residual. The truth about it, the truth about it, about the residual.
Now, y'all heard that, right? And she was saying that Rocky with the baby and the 30-year marriage, and she gonna need to talk to her sister. And I'm like, the last time her sister said she was trying to reach out to her, and she would never answer the phone. Yeah, I said I feel like this is a whole stunt. I don't think she left Rocky. If you didn't leave that man when he stole your sister money, like you want to leave him now, I think it's a whole stunt because everybody kept saying that there were some people saying that they didn't even want to work with her because of Rocky and the way he's like messing up deals, or you know because I want to say he was her manager or whatever. Like there's people who didn't even want to work with her because of Rocky, and they felt like he was messy. He was a con man. He was a thief.
So this ain't stealing.
So I think she's like, okay, and her and Rocky then got together and then came up with this little plot. Like, they love drama. And when people in toxic relationships love to be like, well, God put together, can't nobody tell apart. They just don't want to see us thrive. It's me and you against the world. So I feel like now I'm making this all up in my head, but this is the way I felt like it would. Like, you know what? People don't want to see us together. So what we gonna do? Like my stuff ain't gonna sell. This part where Rocky telling her, your stuff ain't gonna sell as long as people think me and you still together. So we gonna tell them we broke up. Then you gonna come out with this song. It's gonna skyrocket. We gonna still be together this whole time. But people gonna be coming to you because you gonna be heartbroken and they're gonna be listening to your records thinking you talking about me. And I'm down for it. I don't care. I'm always stand behind you and whatever you need to do to make it, baby. I got you. That's how I felt like the conversation went. I just did. I heard all that in my head through this song. Now, Tamika then came out and pretty much said, "Hey, ass is lying. That didn't happen." Like, of course, everybody know. Well, according to all the other members besides her, she left the group the first time. The reason why Xscape broke up, and then the second time when they was getting together, going back on tour, she tried to not let them go on tour, saying like because she left her solo career in gospel music the second time. So when did you get kicked out the group? Is what I don't know. And then you talking about, since we're gonna talk about the residual, you the one who ain't picking up the call, serious. I said, this is a whole victim mentality. Like I said, she a Libra, but they don't take responsibility for nothing. And I always make my sister mad with saying that. But I got two Libras, two daughter babies, and she don't take, and I'm usually talking about my daughter. She would look straight in your face and be like, but I didn't do it, and everybody is against me. And you'll see her do it. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Man, I looked it up. She is Libra. Her birthday like October 2nd or something like that. I said, I do it. I do it. She was one of the ones create their own storm, then cry with the rain and be like, whoa, it's me. I don't know why everybody treats me this way. So y'all know the Brat and the Xscape, of course, Def Jam, they all came up together. Brat's still close with the group. So the Brat on her radio TV show, I said radio TV show. That is two different things. The Brat is on the radio, the Ricky Smiley morning show. And the Brat says her wife, Big Booty Judy, Big Booty Judy had is in the car. They hear the song. You know, they happy thinking that the sisters had made up. So she called Tamika, because the Brat and Tamika still talk. She calls Tamika like, oh, you and your sister made up, blah, blah. Tamika like, girl, no. So the Brat calls Tamika live on air. And so that's what I'm finna play y'all. Yeah. So then this is gonna be Tamika calling in, talking to the Brat, and pretty much saying what we all thought. Her sister's lying. She still ain't picking up the phone. And she said her sister's still with Rocky. So she lying about that too. Let's see. There we
Residuals challenge,
go.
and she
Morning.
hey girl,
What up?
how are you? How are you? So
I'm good.
so tell me what your reaction is to this, because I called you. I was happy. I was like, everything finna be worked out. And you said,
You know what? My sister's voice is undeniable. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I always said that she was my favorite singer. She's gonna always be my favorite singer. She
Yes.
definitely ate vocally.
Tasha,
Yes.
that's Texas. That was Tasha singing. And Tasha have always been able to. She have always been my favorite singer. Even when they call her the big girl, she came out with one song once she split up from the group that made it hot. That she liked it. The girl can sing. She could sing her butt off. But I guess she could lie as good as she could sing, baby. That's what I'm saying.
But in real life, I think it's a genius marketing strategy for her new music. It really is. We haven't, talked. She hasn't called me. My number's the same. The address the same. So if this is real, sis, pull up. I'm cooking now. Pull up. Let's do breakfast. Because the last time I saw her at a family function, I was on the dance floor jamming. Her and my mom walks in. When they saw me, they walked out. And that kind of hurt me a little bit because I felt like that was the proper. I feel like, we around family.
Time.
And if any type of reconciliation, I felt like if she probably walked up to me, I probably would have just fell in her arms crying. But her and my mom, they walked out. So listen, my number is the same. My address is the same. Sis, pull up. Let's talk about these residuals. Let's talk about the residuals. But it's definitely a great marketing strategy for her new music that's coming out. And she sounds amazing.
She does sound amazing.
Oh
And when
my
she
God.
talked about the residuals, I thought she was talking about what we learned on the show when he had the check and
then this ain't stealing.
I thought that too, and I felt it into the end. And it's like at first my heart was like, "Oh my gosh, she's singing to me," and at the very end, the way she looked at the camera, like, "Huh," and I was like, "Okay,
oh, this is something else."
yeah."
Dang,
I felt,
man.
I felt it into the end, and I was like, "Oh my God, like, just call me." And if she's listening, sis, you got my number. You got my number. You got my address. Pull up. Let's sit down. I'll cook you a good meal. I throw down. Let's sit down.
Right.
Let's talk about these residuals.
Maybe we can arrange our Spirit to meet up with y'all.
Texas, what you think about Candy? You said Tamika and Tiny, what's your favorite? What you think about Candy? Everybody say they don't like her voice. I like it.
Have a conversation. The therapist that's right there. She's always available and have helped a lot of families come back together. Just a good,
but
What you say, Brett?
I was gonna say I don't even think Tamika need that. I just feel like Tamika feel like if Tasha was ready to
It
reconcile
is.
or fix
It
it, she
is.
ready. Like she said, she
Right.
would have fell into her arms, but they left. You know what I'm saying? Like I was so happy because I thought this was bringing them back together when she did this. I didn't even think about it being for her new music that was coming out. I just thought she was pouring her heart out. You know?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, Tamika, you think since tomorrow's the last day of Black History Month, she might call and
Gary.
the last
They ain't got
day?
nothing to do with nothing. Last day of Black
Hey, if
History
my
Month.
phone is on and she called, I would love to talk to her. The last time, well, before she changed her number, the last time I called her to
He was trying to be funny.
about the rumors and stuff, I was like, sis, forget what we're going through. I love you. We're gonna get through this. I got cussed out. So and then me and her started going back and forth on the text, and I was like, you know what?
Just forget it.
You know what? At the end of the day, I love you. I love you, and I'm praying for you, and I'm praying for her. I'm definitely praying for her mental. I'm praying for her, and I love my sister,
I know
hands
you
down.
do.
Y'all know I've
I
always
know you
Yeah.
do.
oh
protected
yeah, we
her,
know.
and
That's
I will
true.
continue to protect her. Can't nobody say nothing about her to me. I love
Right.
her. She
Right.
ate on this Chris Brown
She
challenge.
ate. Oh my
She
God. She
ate.
killed
She
it. I
ate
never
down.
heard a girl
She
doing
killed
it. She
it.
killed it. She
Yes,
absolutely killed
she
it.
killed it.
Well, we're gonna
Yes,
keep both of
yes.
y'all in our prayers, man. We love both of
Yeah, keep
y'all,
her in the
man.
prayers because her husband was jogging
Absolutely.
in front of her house the other day. They ain't broke up. I wish that was true.
You heard her? She said Rocky was in front of her house the other day. They ain't broke up. So this whole thing is a publicity stunt.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
She
I had
said
some
they
friends
ain't
that
broke
called and
up.
was like, yeah, I had some friends call and say he was jogging in front of the house the other day, and I was like, well, it's cool, but let's just pray for her mental, and just pray that we can get this back together. And thank y'all so much for y'all love and y'all support. Y'all always support us,
We
and I
love
thank
Oh
y'all.
y'all.
yeah, we love y'all for
Love
real.
We
y'all
love
so
y'all.
much.
All
Yeah,
right,
man,
y'all.
that's family right there.
One
We
time,
gon'
y'all give it up. Give it up. Show your love
for
right now.
Tamika Scott.
Yes.
Yeah. So what y'all think? Who y'all believe in? Y'all believe in Tamika or Latasha? Now I did this. I discussed this as far as sister relationships, and I felt like the mama had played a big part in the reason why these girls don't get along. Um, when the show came out, but yeah, it was something that she was singing recently with Tiny. Other than that, Tiny been good, and I like King's voice too. But I was like doing when I covered this, and I said that would take a whole nother show to talk about family dynamics, civil, parents and grown-ups have to play in that situation, because I do feel like the mom is to blame and she got these girls at one another. Because if your mom and the siblings are into it, then you should try to get them together. But for the mom to walk in with Latasha and see Tamika there and both of them just turn around and leave, how you gonna turn around and leave? That's your daughter. Both of them are your daughters. You ain't gonna say nothing to one because the other one ain't talking to her. Your mama need to whoop your butt. Like, where's your mom? Because somebody need a butt whooping around here. Yeah, it's a whole mess. But yeah, with families, I keep telling you, I got 7 sisters. Sometimes you talk, sometimes you don't. You bump heads, you get back, you go back and forth. But it's still love at the end of the day. And it seems like Tamika still love her sister and don't have nothing. She's not saying anything bad about her. She's still telling her she can sing, and that's her favorite singer, and she's there waiting. So her to put this song out and try to play the victim as if she got kicked out the group, and she's just willing and waiting on her sister, and then they gonna talk. We don't need to talk. See, this is my problem. I get to talk too much. But I'm gonna say this last thing. We don't need to talk, baby, if it's about my money. Okay? Talk after you run me my coins. Do you hear me? What are we talking about? Where's my 30,000? You and your husband. Give me my money. But her sister ain't even saying that. She's still like, we can talk, we can work it out, blah, 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 blah. And you still over there trying to play the victim to get the world, to get the like the popular vote. You're trying to get the popularity. You're trying to get people on your side so they can feel bad for you. But everybody that's seen it play out on TV. And so, girl, just come and apologize. I got time for all these fake ass songs. That's like R. Kelly. He made some songs about, he's human and shit before he got locked up and doing all this bullshit that he done did. Look, stop singing and go apologize. I can't. Yeah, Tamika do give me more of a more of a positive vibe. Baby, look, put it on layaway or something. I'm gonna talk. At least hold the conversation. Like I ain't got it all now. You know what I'm saying? But I could put something on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing with like the light companies to put something on it. So at least we know you're trying. I'd be like, all right, what can we arrange? And then most of the time with sisters, with family, if they see you trying and if it seems like Tamika, financially she's doing all right now, you may start paying her and she'll be like, oh, that's all I wanted. We can the rest of it we can wipe away, act like it never happened. But you're just sitting over here saying that the girl is lying. Tiny then came out and said she didn't seen the letter. The Tiny mama came out and said you and Rocky is the only one who acting like this ain't existing. Everybody else is lying on y'all. I don't know why people want to take y'all down, but baby, fix it. Fix it. You messing up your whole career over Rocky, and Rocky I had allegedly got these mistresses out here doing interviews with Tasha K and stuff. Baby, I remember that. That's when I used to watch Tasha K. Rocky Mistress came out there. She was dumb as a thing of rocks. I said he like them dumb, baby. He like them dumb, so he can just tell them anything. They gonna be over there like, okay. Uh, yeah. That's all for today. I'm gonna go on out here. Don't forget to like the video before we leave. Also, subscribe to my other channel. We're just talking and that's with me, my husband, my baby sister, and my brother-in-law. And yeah, like, subscribe. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to give thanks to someone who did a cash app on the last episode. I forgot to say thank you. Thank you for that. I did receive it. Thank you for that. I will be back. I don't know if I'm coming this back in the weekend. There's so much stuff going on. I might drop back in, y'all, but if so, I try to make sure you hit all when you subscribe to get notifications because I try to put it out at least a couple of hours in advance so you can come in and watch and talk crap with me, okay? Thank y'all for watching. I'm finna get on up out of here and have me some Hennessy, okay? Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Bye.